Today I filed for divorce. It's 2 years too late, but I still feel horrible. I am M29 and wife soon to be ex is W34. At this point we've been married for about 4.5 years. 2 years ago I found out that she was having what she claimed to be an emotional affair with her boss at the time. This of course turned out to be half the truth. At that time, it completely rocked me to my core. Up until this point, I had complete confidence in our relationship. I believed it was strong, special and infallible. It took me some time, but after hearing her admit her mistake and plead with me, I reluctantly decided to try and move past the betrayal and my feelings, as I believed two things. 1, she was genuine, and 2, there was too much invested in the relationship to just give up. Yes, sunken cost fallacy. Fast forward to a few months ago, I find out that they were still in touch and I get fed the same story. Bear in mind, I'm not saying I was the perfect partner. There was more I could have done, but I have always been acted faithfully and morally, even given chances to not. This is just a line in the sand that I would never cross. Anyway, I've learned through this process that I should never ignore my intuition again. Throughout the period of time where we were working on making the marriage work, I would never feel comfortable when she was on her phone or out of the house, especially at times of less frequent communication or when she drank. Our problems were definitely exacerbated by her excessive drinking, which she acknowledges is a genuine substance abuse problem. Today I filed a divorce petition and asked her to leave the house. I just don't believe that there is any world in which I could ever trust her again. Seeing how destroyed I was the first time and then being capable of continuing the affair is something I don't understand. It's more than selfish, it's narcissistic and evil. I would love to start a family, but a decision like that involves other unwilling participants, the kids, and as a bare minimum you should feel like you can wholeheartedly trust and rely on your partner if you're taking on that level of responsibility. I didn't and would never after what's happened. This made the decision easy for me. Of course, logics and emotions seem to call on different parts of the brain. I still feel like SHT. I'm concerned about the future. Will I find the right partner in the future? Have I made a mistake? Will I miss her? In many ways, I already do. Will daily things still feel fulfilling and significant? All this being said, I remain steadfast in my decision. Hoping some of you out there who have been through similar can share pearls of wisdom with me that I can learn vicariously through. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, you made the correct decision. Your STBXW made a choice to continue her affair instead of focusing on her marriage. No words can ever restore the trust she has destroyed. Leave her in the street and find a life partner that will help you build a relationship together. Op answer, this 100%. There are parts of me that just wants to forget it all and go back to the way it was. It's a fairy tale and complete fiction, therefore not an option. I want to process my emotions, get myself right, and then hopefully be the partner I know I can be and was to someone out there. Redditor 2, you're doing the right thing, just don't waver from your plan. Count your blessings that you don't have kids with this closeted monster and know that positives will also come out of this train wreck. I speak from experience. Good luck, bro. Op answer, my dad said, your uncle's biggest regret was having children with his ex-wife, even knowing that his relationship wasn't working and that he didn't want it. It just hit me hard and I knew there was no other option. Redditor 3, you already wasted the last 2 years. Don't waste more. Update 8 days from the day I 29M asked my cheating wife 34 watts to leave. I wanted to come back and write a new post and explain my current headspace, which is honestly the best it's been in years despite the emotional turmoil. I am, and always have been, the type of person who has had a plan for the future. I knew what type of job I wanted, where I wanted to live, what my family would look like, and what kind of wife I wanted. Over this last week of deep introspection, I realized that I subconsciously saw what I wanted to see in my STBXW and ignored what I didn't. Try as I might, there was no willing the said STBXW into becoming this idea of a woman I had for myself. I inadvertently ignored the signs, made concessions, and ultimately sacrificed who I was and what I wanted to be. I became less than myself as a result due to this spiritual misalignment, something I was not consciously aware of. What I've realized is, I am to blame not in a self-deprecating way but an educational one. I am to blame for not knowing my worth, not knowing when enough was enough, and for me, once is enough, and for compromising on my belief value system. Don't get me wrong, I think the STBXW made disgusting, deceitful and hurtful decisions, but that's her problem. Whatever she may try make me believe, I did not drive her to make those decisions. She is the broken one, and it actually has nothing to do with me. Here are some of the things I have picked up again and made a priority in my life, to better myself and to lead the life I desire. 1. Lifting 4-5x a week, and I have way more energy in these sessions. 2. Tracking my macros and eating mostly whole foods. I wasn't really fat to begin with, but I am already down over 6 pounds this week. 3. Drinking coffee again. My head feels out of the clouds and my personality improved 10x. I didn't drink it because my STXW didn't, and blamed any anxiety I had on it. Lol. 4. Diving deep into my career. I am in a leadership position and I feel much more available to my entire team. 5. Picking up my side hustles for fun and further mental engagement. Now I still feel quite confused how I let myself get in this position. Why did I not see the signs? How could I fall in love with someone so foul and void of morals? These are things I will continue to work on, but one thing I am doing immediately is letting go of any expectation or idea of control I have over another human being. It seems I can either accept them as they are or not at all. One of the greatest things I have read on this forum during the week, as well as the telltale signs of a cheater narcissist. The blame shifting, gaslighting, revising history and straight up lying are all out of a effed up playbook that's hardwired into these people's brains. As a result of removing my emotions from the situation, I simply saw her for what she was: a self-interested, manipulative narcissist. The best way I can hammer this point home is she said recently, "Our marriage broke down far before I stepped out of it. 2 years ago I might have believed her and felt somewhat responsible for what happened. Today, I respond with every single issue we had in our marriage before you cheated was reconcilable. I did not force you to cheat. That was your decision and you knew what the consequences might be of that action. Not only did you do it, but you lied about it day after day. So don't give me that SHT. I mean, to have that viewpoint is just laughable. I hope by writing this some of you who are sharing similar stories to mine, maybe just far sooner in the discovery phase, may see logic and reason. Once you unshroud yourself from your emotions and ego, you will find that the answer of what to do next is unmistakably clear." Redditor's reaction. Story 2 after. Redditor 1, kudos to you, brother. You are finding your way and that is awesome. Love makes us do crazy things. It happens and we all just hope we fall in love with the right one. It just happens. I love what you said about letting go of the control or expectations of someone and either accept who they are or don't. Wishing you nothing but the best. And once again, sorry for all the heartache you have went through. Redditor 2, young man, you are very mature. I too chose exercise, sports, further education and quality time with my kids. It didn't take long to regain confidence, self-esteem and game. Believe me, with your plan, all's well that ends well. Redditor 3, well done, man. What you are doing is really all one can do after this kind of betrayal. Live for yourself and children if you have them. Improve yourself. Know you will be okay and life will go on. It's my advice to any man or woman in your position. Congratulations. Story 2, how to pull another out of a fair fog. Me 29M, her 26F, both military, dated for 5 years, married for 2, total almost 8 years. Last November my wife went on a 5-week work trip. Ever since then there were signs, distant, always on her phone, etc. D-Day was March 4th, she told me she had feelings for someone else, another woman. That's all she said. I was shocked and in disbelief. The next day I moved to our spare bedroom, and we separated bank accounts 50-50. That same weekend the spouse of the AP sent me messages with proof that they were intimate in the last night of the work trip. I was the last to know. Confronted the wife with the news and was met with hostility. That same week she met with her mother, whom she is close to, and told her half of the story like she did to me. I then reached out to her mother and gave her the full truth. They are not speaking at the moment and her mother supports me. I have told the wife I want to make things work. I got a counselor, give her space, and work on myself. She calls her AP nightly for over an hour each time since D-Day. When I confront her about the affair, she tells me she doesn't know what she wants and refuses to go to counseling. Only confides in her friends that support her actions. Aside from talking about the affair, we are amicable. We did yard work together, watch movies, etc. But at 8 or 9 p.m. she needs her dopamine fix. The AP is a service member, that is 10 years older than my wife, overweight, has a newborn child, and is currently getting a divorce with their spouse. The whole situation is crazy to anyone I confide in. I wish I had answers to how to pull her out of the fog and be rational, but I do not. I would like to make this relationship work, but I am becoming discouraged and starting to look at divorce. Side note, I am no longer as sad as I first was. I have pulled myself out of my depression and I'm no longer allowing her to disrespect me. Any advice is appreciated. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, unless she goes no contact with AP, there is no chance in reconciliation. Go Grey Rock 180 and give her the option, it's me or AP, you pick and let me know. If you don't cut her out, I take that as you picking her. If that's the case, have her move out and start IC for yourself. Redditor follow up, honestly, your partner needs a hard ultimatum to shake the tree she's hiding in. Personally, this whole I don't know what I want is just BS, and is used by a cheater to try and fend off repercussions for their actions because they are confused. She's biding time, on her own timeline, and you're just allowing her to. Are you going to wait until she's no longer confused, which I will guess coincides with her AP divorcing and finally being free for them to be together, and then have her reveal to you that she's out? You need to be proactive and decisive here, do not give her any control of the situation. Redditor 2, get rid of her. Please. My wife seems to have a lot of similarities to yours. It's not worth the pain you are about to go through. My wife had a long affair. After I found out, she tried to justify things by saying she never really felt married to me and that if she just pretended it didn't happen, she could convince herself it wasn't real. I ended her affair, no violence or threats of any sort were used, and now I am facing felony prosecution. I lost my job, I am probably going to lose my professional license, and there's a chance I'm going to be incarcerated. All this because I cared and wanted to stop her affair. I have been seriously contemplating suicide for months now and it's not getting any better. Don't allow yourself to be her victim. She doesn't give a duck about how you feel, or how much pain this is causing you. Get out before your life is destroyed. She is a narcissist, and if you are hurt by this, she will get pleasure from it. Redditor follow up, sorry you are going through this. See a therapist for your suicidal thoughts, please. I really need to take my own advice here. I know what it feels like to want to destroy the people who destroy you, and I don't know what you did to get yourself to where you are right now, no judgment from me, but it's only hurting you. Seems like you are suffering consequences, and the offenders are living life. Start living life for yourself. Someday you may enjoy it again. I hope the same for myself, but I have a long way to go in therapy before I can get there. Update, WW and divorce. Update from my original post. Wife continues to contact her AP nightly, sometimes throughout the day at work. I pressed Uniform Code of Military Justice USMJ action against the AP and TX National Guard. They have followed through so far. They are conducting an investigation and plan to punish her soon. AP had been counseled on the action being taken against her. Piss the WW off. I have not pressed UCMJ action on her in my own state at this time. Last weekend my wife told me that she fears for her safety and is leaving for the weekend. Phone logs show that for the first time in 4 months they quit taking to one another, so I assume my WW went to TX to be with AP. While she was gone I told her father what she had done. Her mother has gone NC with me and is starting to spend more time with WW. I got a good lawyer, filed, and she was served on Tuesday. Today I saw online that she got a lawyer who got suspended for having S-time with his clients, I might add, now reinstated and countered. I have not seen the counter yet. I'm nervous about what I'm going to see. Besides possessions, I asked to poster out the equity of the home and keep it. As well the money I made of the home I previously bought as a single man, but sold right after marriage. In all I'm worried as this is the life I built. Since her little trip we have not spoken but continue to live in the same home, and for anyone wondering why I haven't pressed UCMJ action is due to it being a card in my deck against her. Should I sooner than later or not at all? Hopefully I'm doing the right things. I still can't believe what she has done and I want this to be over. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, why I haven't pressed UCMJ action is due to it being a card in my deck against her. Should I sooner than later or not at all? Discuss it with your lawyer, that's why you're paying the big bucks. Redditor 2, it would be better for you to press UCMJ early, otherwise they will view you in a negative light. Be on about it and live your life. Op answer, out of curiosity why would it make me look bad? Because the dust is settled at that point? Redditor 3, your wife told you she feared for her safety. You should expect false allegations of abuse, violence, rape to be made against you. Will be a game changer in her favor. Press UCMJ while you have the opportunity.